Alphabet changes hiring rules to distance its self-driving car division and other moon landings from Google. Alphabet has given its non-Google businesses more freedom to design their job structures and how they compensate roles, creating more distance between the search giant and the moon's hot units its parent company owns. Insider has learned. In September, Alphabet informed a number of these businesses, the constellation of companies around Google, known as other bets, such as self-driving unit Waymo and healthcare company Verily, that they would no longer mimic Google's job architecture. According to a memo seen by Insider, Alphabet also ended practices that gave Google employees more stock options and career mobility than talent hired directly into the bet companies. Together, they put these other units on a more equal level to Google under Alphabet, giving them greater independence as they pursue long-term strategies to prove themselves as viable businesses. Before the changes, bets copied Google in how they created their job ladders and tied compensation to roles. The change gives these moon's hot businesses more autonomy as they evolve, and could help them better attract outside talent. It will also let Google alter its own job structure without impacting the bet companies, the memo noted. A spokesperson confirmed the changes and told Insider that the new system would also benefit smaller, recently launched bets, such as Intrinsic and Isomorphic Labs, which have different needs to other moon's hot units. The change happens as some of Google's bet companies mature and consider options outside of Alphabet. Still, investors are waiting to see units like Waymo and Verily show real progress toward becoming money-making businesses. Google blew up its corporate structure in 2015 to form Alphabet and separate some of these longer-term investments from its core search and advertising machine. While the bets have often made use of some of Google's technologies and recruited talent from the Google mothership, they've also made gradual moves to stand on their own feet, such as introducing their own performance management systems. In early 2021, Alphabet also ended a policy where Google employees who transferred to Waymo were allowed to keep some of their Google restricted units, which vest over time. In addition to taking on Waymo as equivalent, this system had created frustration among external candidates who were not getting the more valuable Google stock when hired, Insider said. In another move made last year, Alphabet ended a policy allowing Google employees to temporarily move to a bet company for a few months before returning to their job, and vice versa, a process known as a bungee. 3 people familiar with the matter said. Like the other employees who spoke with Insider, they asked to remain anonymous for fear of retaliation. A spokesperson confirmed the bungee policy had been updated in 2021. They said Google Rs can still bungee to other teams within Google. It's unclear if the changes made last year are related, but insiders at the bet companies said the moves would likely give the units more control of headcount and hiring, and further push these bets to stand alone. Attracting and retaining top talent could be extra critical for Waymo and Verily, which both saw an exodus of employees during the pandemic and have signaled their intentions to make big strides in 2022. Google is really solidifying these bet companies as separate entities, one former senior Waymo employee said.